People say you should only buy term insurance. Well, a lot of people say that, but I have to disagree. Mainly with some individuals that say and they preach about term insurance. The principle of cutting your credit cards and getting out of debt, I agree with that. I agree with that, but I disagree with most, for the most part, when people teach that term life insurance is what you really need. Don't get me told. Don't get me wrong. I tell people it's very simple. You have been told a lot of stuff about life insurance, but let me share this one ultimate truth with you. One ultimate truth: the only policy that matters is the one that is in force on the day you die. That's the most important policy. That's the best policy you can have is one that's in force on the day that you die. So listen to this. Did you know that less than 2% of term policies are even in force on the day that the person dies? That doesn't mean that term is bad. But what that means is term is there when your kids are little, term is there when your bills are high, term is there when your paycheck is low, and you buy term to get adequate coverage over that period of time because that's all you can get. But if term is your only policy, you're going to die with zero insurance life policy insurance in force. You're going to die with zero if term is your only policy. 98% of the time, people outlive their term. They outlive it. So you can't use term to leave a legacy for your children. You can't. If you were 70 or 80 years old, you get term insurance. You're eventually gonna have to cancel it because it's gonna be too high, and it's gonna be too expensive. You'll have to cancel it. So with term, you can't use that to start some type of business. You can't use term for estate planning. So this whole thing that term is only the thing that's gonna work. That's not gonna work. It doesn't work. Term only pays if you die young. And you need to have a whole life a cash value life insurance policy. That's what you need. That's what you need to put in place to really protect yourself and your family. I can prove this one thing, that the biggest policies are bought by older rich people, and there's a reason why older rich people are buying policies. There's a reason. It's tax free when you borrow from it, and you have living benefits to go with it. So learn from the rich, learn from the old. For the most part, you'll do good doing that.